Coach Billy Napier say, hey, I need to get me a DB coach to coach my cornerbacks. I need to make sure I get a guy that been around the program. So he hired Dorian Wilson. Now, Dorian Wilson was on the staff as a quality control guy as the year Billy Napier got hired in 22. So in 22, he brought in Coach Wilson as a quality control at the cornerbacks. So the cornerbacks class, every guy that came in 22, they know him. So everybody in 22 know him. And then 23 and 24, he was at Arkansas as the main cornerback coach. I know he was at Arkansas. And then on top of that, he had just got hired to be Georgia State's defensive coordinator. So Coach Wilson is a young coach on the come up, handling business. And he played D1 ball at Southern Miss. So he is him. And he got defensive coordinator up under his belt. So look here, y'all. Billy Napier got a baller. He definitely has a baller in Coach Wilson. Coach Wilson is coming back to the SEC, being gone for like a hot second at Georgia State. And Georgia State building something, y'all. So I get that. I get that with Coach McGee hiring Coach Wilson as defensive coordinator. But I guess the opportunity to come back and work with Billy Napier, and they got some too. Billy Napier them got some this year, y'all. They are looking good. They are in that way too early top 10, way too early top 25. The Gators up there. But let me just tell you what we have seen some of them say. It didn't take long for Coach Billy Napier to find somebody. But again, he was on Billy Napier's first initial staff in 22. So this ain't nothing new to Billy Napier. He's going back with a coach that he already knows. Now, and Billy Napier lost, he lost Coach Harris to Miami. And he lost another coach, Rasul, if I'm saying the name right, Rasul. He lost him to the Las Vegas Raiders. So Billy Napier went back to what he know. Hey, I know Coach Wilson. I had him on. He was with my cornerbacks. I'm bringing him back. Like I said, Wilson was with Arkansas, but he got defensive coordinator up on his belt. Let me go break him down for y'all so y'all can get an understanding of who he is. Because this young man been putting on, man. So he has defensive coordinator up on his belt at McNeese State. That's a D1AA. If y'all don't know what that is, that's a D1AA or the FCS. McNeese State is in the Southland Conference. That is a nice conference. They produce ballers. That conference produced ballers. Then they moved him, like I said, was the defensive coordinator in 20 and 21. He worked at UTSA. That's D1 as a graduate assistant. Then he got promoted to the cornerback coach as well. So the man been doing his job. Hey, he's a young coach, but he been coming up the ladder ASAP. He's from New Orleans, so he can get you them ballers out of the boot. He could get you any of them big-time ballers in the boot. I like it. Then while he was out there coaching, he had two Conference USA All-Americans, all-conference. He had a bunch of guys that was the all Southland Conference players. So everywhere he go, he produces. He worked with NFL DB and Jordan Moore and Rick Woolen that went 5th round to the Seahawks in 22. So he know what he doing. Plus, y'all, the man started 39 games at Southern Miss and was the 2010 freshman All-American, second team Conference USA freshman team. Second team, man, this guy a baller, y'all. He been there, done that, and he made it to the NFL, got a shot with the Giants. So he produced in college, so he's gonna be able to talk their lingo. He ain't too far removed from being in college. What, 2014? He only 30 something. What, 34, 35? Man, hey, Coach Wilson, do your thing, big dog. You had the DC spot at Georgia State, so that's letting Coach Billy Napier saying, dog, we hired one right there. So, hey, I don't know how long Coach Wilson wants to be at University of Florida. No, he's going to be there this year, but I'm saying we don't know how long because he got a defense coordinator up on his belt. He is him. Now, imagine that secondary play lights out this year. Imagine that secondary play lights out this year. I'm talking about straight balling, straight getting out there, juking. He got the opportunity to do it. They said Arkansas in 23, they took off like a rocket. In 24, it was a little up and down. But that's Arkansas. It ain't like he had, like, I use at LSU, you got so much more talent. You at Florida, you got so much more talent. You at Tennessee, you got the talent. Ole Miss, stuff like that. But with him being a defensive coordinator, that's letting you all know. I don't know how y'all look at this, but I'm telling you how I look at it. When you showing me that you done been a defensive coordinator at the FCS level, you got another job at the D1 level, the group of 5, you him. So that means to me, eventually you're going to get a Power 4 job as a defense coordinator. Eventually, you're going to be a head coach. So Dorian Wilson is a future head coach, y'all. I'm just telling you now. I seen somebody talk about it. I'm like, man, oh, get out of here, man. This man is him. You don't make it the defensive coordinator without being him. I don't care what level it's at. Defense coordinator high school, you doing your thing. Defensive coordinator at D1 AA, you doing your thing. Defense coordinator at D1, you doing your thing. You him. You make it to the Gators, you're doing your thing. Point blank period. It's Jaws. Rank your favorite Florida teams. Mine always go by whoever has the hot hand. So if the Gators get the hot hand this year, I want them to win it all. If Florida State get the hot hand, I want them to win it all. If Miami get the hot hand, win it all. FIU, win it all. FAU, win it all. Because I'm down for the state. I'm down for the state. When it comes to, when we talking about, we stepping out there to the nation, like the nation looking at the state of Florida. Yeah. I want my Florida schools to ball. But whoever got the hot hand in the top ranked schools, now because UCF up there too. So if UCF get the hot hand, run it. South Florida get a hot hand, run it. So I don't really have no rankings of them. It's just whoever hot, run it. But Willie Simmons is at FIU, and I want that boy to take off like a rocket. JP, what's happening? Yeah, y'all. So Coach Wilson is a big-time, up-and-coming young coach. Been putting that work in. Got NFL picks. He's gonna do amazing with the Gators. He was gonna do amazing at Georgia State. He was gonna do amazing. I'm telling y'all, he is him. Like I said, Billy Napier brought him on in 22. He was a part of the initial movement. So that lets you know Billy Napier think he liked that. Well, no, he liked that. Then he spent 2 years at Arkansas after 22. And Georgia State just gave him the job in January. But Billy Napier called him back like, no, hey, I know you the new DC. Congratulations. But if you want to, hold on, hey, bro, if you want to, I need you. I need you back in Gainesville. I brought you in 22, remember? Come on, man. Come back to Gainesville, man. Come back to Gainesville. We got a squad. You could do something with these young DBs. You was already in the SEC. You ain't been going out of the SEC but a month or two, so man, come on, slide back, big dog. Yeah, come back work with me. Yeah. Yeah, let's do something, man. Let's bring Swamp back to the top. All right, holla at you. So, hey, y'all. But again, eventually this man gonna be a DC again and a head coach. JB, what's happening? You said he just accepted a job last month or last January? No. January last month. But it's like that in the coaching world. That's what me and my business partner was talking about. Like, that's just what it is in this coaching world. It is what it is. Like, I don't count a coach as being on my staff until the season start. You on my season when the season start, at least I got you through. But before then, anything could jump off. Anything could jump off. That's why as a coach, you got to have next man up mentality as far as the players and the coach. JB, you say real life like that too sometimes. It is. It is. It is. And I asked my business partner, I said, if you was Coach Wilson, would you have left Georgia State to come back to Florida? He talking about hands down, boy, I was out of there. Bam, I'd have been gone. So, hey, in all reality, Coach Wilson is a future DC and a future head coach. I'm just telling y'all now, so you'll know what you got. University of Florida, know what you got. Billy Napier, know what he got. And sometimes you never know why the doors opened up like that. Maybe initially, if they could have got him earlier, they would have. But stuff happened where one coach left and went to the Raiders. One coach left and went to Miami. Now the coach that was there at 22 said, hey, I'm back, baby. Yeah, he about that grind now. Listen, the year when he first got there, he said the Hogs secondary was arguably the most improved unit on the team in 23. They was ranked 4th in the SEC in passing yards allowed per game. The program's best effort since 2011. Come on, man. Wilson is him. Arkansas had 12 interceptions, ranked 3rd in the league, and teams 4 pick sixes matched 5 other teams to lead all FBS. So basically, in 23, they were picking them things off, cribbing them, and he was him. Billy Napier looking like, dog, I could have had you coaching for me in 22 doing this. But he wasn't. Now they said, yeah. They said, let me see. Wilson worked alongside co-defensive coordinator Marcus Woodson, was impactful for the entire defense that allowed 352 yards per game, the program's fewest yards allowed per game in a decade. But it was clear Wilson's fingerprints was all over the secondary that led the way. Wilson helped mold Baxter into one of the best young cornerbacks in the SEC. He earned freshman all-SEC honors after posting 20 tackles, team best, 8 pass breakups. Cornerback Dwight McGlothen, if I'm saying his name right, and Wilcox led the Hogs with 3 interceptions each, while Jalen Johnson had 62 tackles, 3rd most on the squad. Yeah. He him. And then that was just after a season of coming with on Billy Napier first squad. And that team right there, their coach was Corey Raymond in 22. So it looked like Billy Napier done switched around that coaching staff a few times. But, hey, he done his thing everywhere he been at. And then like I told y'all, man, he him. He is him. UTSA graduate assistant, done so well, they gave him the cornerback job. McNeese State, defensive coordinator. Florida, quality control, Now they brought him back. He the main man. Hey, he like that. He like that. JB, you said I missed it. What position did he get hired as? He the cornerback coach for Florida. But Billy Napier initially hired him in 22. So when Billy Napier got there, he saw Wilson that was, and I'll make this make sense for everybody. So they don't understand how good Wilson is. Wilson was the defensive coordinator at McNeese State. Now, to let you know why Billy Napier hired him, Billy Napier was in Louisiana. He see this man handling business as a defensive coordinator in 2020 and 21, while Billy Napier was at Louisiana Monroe. So while not Louisiana Monroe, Louisiana Lafayette with the raising Cajuns. So he see him in the state holding it down in the boot like, dog, that boy out there coaching, DC. And he recruiting the state well. Because he from Louisiana. He from New Orleans. So Billy Napier say, hey, boy, you doing your thing. I guess he said, if I ever move up or I get a spot with Louisiana, raise your Cajuns, I come get you. Well, Billy Napier, right after that, went to Florida. Billy Napier got in contact with him and say, big dog, come with me to Florida. I got you. That's why he left McNeese State. So ain't nobody really looking at that. That means Billy Napier been had his eyes on this man since 2020 to 2021. Been had his eyes on him. That's why he brought him. Because Billy Napier was the head man at the Raging Cajuns before he took the job at Florida. So Billy Napier say, hey, I know a baller when I see one. So Billy Napier, let me just give you the rundown, which I know you know, but I'm just trying to make it real clear of why Billy Napier hired him. So Billy Napier was at the head man for Louisiana 2018, 19, 20, 21. So them last 2 years at the Raging Cajuns, he saw Coach Wilson at McNeese State balling. And he said, hey, when I bust a move, I'm coming to get you, boy. And that's what he did. That's exactly what he did. So you can't fault him for that. Billy Napier know a baller when he see one. Hey, Billy Napier say that's him. Hey, but look, y'all, blessings to y'all. I just want to come on and ride out with y'all, let y'all know Coach Billy Napier know that talent, and he brought him back. Hey, holla at y'all. Holla, holla.